Whenever tourists leave the island, the friendly villagers tear off their disguises. Their smiles fade away, and their eyes turn cold. It's clear this island holds many dark secrets, and one cop's arrival will uncover them all. Meanwhile, in New York, Grace is being shunned by her colleagues. She had reported a fellow officers for excessive force, and now no one wants her around. Before long, she gets reassigned to a remote island as chief inspector. On paper, it's a promotion. In reality, the island's police force consists of just 2 officers, including her. The island opens to tourists a few months each year. Its unique culture attracting visitors from all over. One day, while Lisa is organizing the evidence room, a figure suddenly sits up from the cot. Turns out, he's the island's only doctor, arrested for trespassing. Upon learning that Grace is the new chief, he immediately brings up his missing son. The boy has been gone for a year. The former chief had dismissed the case, claiming the kid left with the tourists. But the doctor insists his son had no reason to leave. He even checked the ferry's security footage. His son was never on the boat. This case grabs Grace's attention. She decides to reopen the investigation, but the islanders aren't happy about it, especially the former chief. If the case is reopened, it means his judgment is being questioned, but Grace doesn't care. The next day, she visits the doctor's home, hoping to find a clue in the boy's room. She finds nothing. What she doesn't realize, she and Owen are being watched. That night, the bitter ex-chief stirs up trouble at the bar, going as far as to snatch Grace's drink. But Grace isn't one to back down. She puts him in his place and throws him in a cell. Impressed, Officer Owen finally confides in her. He tells her about a hidden path. Follow it through the garden, past the woods, and you reach a cliffside. The islanders claim they searched every inch of land when the boy went missing, but they never searched there. Intrigued, Grace decides to take a look. On her way, she stumbles upon a village ritual. She quickly puts on a mask and hides in the shadows. Once the villagers leave, she rushes ahead. The sky is growing dark. She walks for what feels like forever, until she suddenly slips down a slope. Luckily, a river breaks her fall. Soaking wet, she presses on until she spots a strange building. She steps inside, realizing it's an emergency shelter for storms. With her flashlight on, she scans the area, and then she sees it, a body. Soon after, a forensics team arrives from the mainland. Their conclusion: the boy must have sought shelter during a storm. The door locked behind him, and with no one around, he frowns to death, just like Grace almost did. If she hadn't called for help, no one would have found her either. But something doesn't add up. The boy's body was stripped of clothing, his backpack was missing, and around the building, white stones were scattered everywhere. For now, there's no proof of foul play, no way to confirm if the body is even the missing boy's. But later that night, Grace finds something chilling in her room. A dead animal. A warning: someone on this island does not want her digging any further.